Dire team ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Fnatic's turn to pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Outworld Devourer.
Dire team pick.
Oracle.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Welcome back. Game number 3, potentially the decider here in this best of 5 for the SEA qualifiers, ESL One Manila. I had to take you through it myself. And Blitz for Warriors Gaming through Fnatic. Fnatic are 2-0 up, and the draft begins and progresses as Vengeful Spirit. First pick by Fnatic again, as always. We've seen from them, while Warriors Gaming, they go OD Oracle. OD Oracle in its own right is pretty good. False Promise, not bad for the OD, but it also kind of says, please don't pick that rider. Please.
I think the Oracle OD needs a hero to enable them. We saw in the last game. The Wisp was meant to do that, but I think it was super greedy. Because then they had to pigeonhole their line into doing everything for them in that last game. That wasn't fair to him. Don't make his life that hard.
Fnatic go back for the puck
Fnatic's
in the
turn
first
to ban.
phase. That's kind of a deviation away from the usual drafting style.
So,
Usually it's like Vengeful Spirit plus Mid-One's hero or Ohio's hero. You know, they go for like the Zeus or Invoker.
yeah.
Or Ohio's like...
It was mid-ones here, isn't it? That puck?
Yeah, but I mean, Puck hasn't been picked often for them recently.
I think maybe, honestly, at this rate, it really just feels like Fnatic are going to run away with the series. Probably just feel comfortable.
5 seconds remaining.
And what do you start to ban out?
Venge puck is a lot of
Reserve
teamfight too,
time.
which is what Fnatic seem to favor above all else.
How does Puck do in lane against OD? Kind of even, I guess. Phase shifts away from orb attacks. You can orb yourself away to rune spots and control runes.
Yeah. I think the bigger thing is just they want to out team fight WG.Unity because they know that WG.Unity seems like they struggle going back.
Like, if this was any other C team, I'd kind of say that Fnatic are looking at a Drow lineup, but I don't know if Net plays it. So he's been playing a lot of Sven and Spectre. He could still bring it out, actually. You know, Puck with a Drow Aura, Vengeful Spirit adds into it, maybe pick up like a Beastmaster, even though you're against that Oracle with a False Promise. Oh, Beastmaster's banned out by themselves, actually. As WarriorsGaming.Unity again, continuing just to ban out DJ's heroes, Enchantress, Chen. We look for the Bounty Hunter or something like that so he can't get his hands on it.
10 seconds remaining.
What do you think the Night Stalker is, or has been that good over the past week or so that you consider second phase banning NS against?
I think no matter what happens, you're giving away a hero. Chrissy can play, or DJ can play something.
Like you ban 3 or 4 and there's still 3 or 4 left.
Like, he's proven that you can ban 5 of his heroes and he's gonna find something to play for his team.
and still win.
Yeah. The absurd part. I actually don't think he's the person you should worry about so much. Ban some of the junglers if you have trouble dealing with it, and maybe focus on Ohio, for example.
That's where maybe this brood ban comes into play.
Kind of like when Puppy figured out, what was it, at TI3, to not ban out Bulldog, but instead try to ban out EGM and Ake. That's kind of what opened up things. Because before that point, everyone was trying to ban out like the Bulldog heroes.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
It wasn't just a one-trick pony. Fnatic. Back into it. Puck, Venge. I need something for DJ, but I think Ohio will be wanting his hero soon. It could be off-lane Puck actually, if they want to run it that way, and mid one still needs his hero. It's an option for them. Ohio's Puck has been pretty good in the past.
Remaining.
Warriors Gaming Darkseer, it's a hero that kind of applies pressure to the safe lane, always good at dragging aggro back off these tier 1 towers and farming decently quickly into that mech timing to keep your OD and your Oracle alive in these early skirmishes. But he's not the best like early game fighting hero, right? He's okay with double Iron Shell, but apart from that he doesn't offer you any stuns or disables or anything like that.
It's the later phase of the game. Vacuum wall. And the laning phase is kind of annoying. I think it was yesterday though that we saw Fnatic dealt with it quite well, but they had Sunstrike. Avenge plus Ven plus Sunstrike.
Oh, they killed him before Rune spawned even.
Yeah. That was kind of insane.
Alright, will be the Sven there for net.
10 seconds remaining.
And they've utilised well, and once Sven gets that Quelling Blade
5
up,
seconds remaining.
he does just chunk through these creep waves, creep camps. God Strength helps him take Ancients as well when the Helm of the Dominator stacks up for him. Warriors Gaming, you've got the opportunity here though to go for that Bounty Hunter dual lane with the Darkseer plus Bounty, and really stick it to Fnatic and cause a few more problems for the Venge and the Sven. So it helps them with these kind of mid-game team fights as well. The track, the shuriken, the knowledge across the map, knowing where Venge is. Try and dip yourself in towards mid lane, maybe snipe out the courier as well and cause a few little problems for the Puck. Fnatic have shown their hand relatively early with the Sven pickup. Like at Dota Pit, usually it's like, it was kind of leave your one roll to last and see what you're handling.
Yeah.
Is this detrimental to Fnatic, or is it just like, we've got Sven, it's solid,
There's
we'll
like
farm?
whatever. I think Sven, it's one of the few exceptions. If you have an idea around the hero anyways.
Turn to pick.
The hero does okay against most of the cores in the game.
Dire team
Oh,
back.
that Spectre pickup though. That a lot. Good against a lot of Fnatic's heroes. And it pressures Fnatic in a lot of ways. Kind of puts a timer on the game. So I think that's Spectre's
10 seconds
one of his
remaining.
biggest benefits. Is that you pick Spectre and then you feel comfortable no matter where the
5
game takes
seconds
you.
remaining.
Deal with me before I get Radiance, deal with me after I get Radiance. Deal with me when I haunt into your faces
Reserve
as well.
time.
Yeah, Haunt is always
10
going to be such a
seconds
powerful
remaining.
ability, especially against support. I think they're
5
comfortable with the
seconds
pace of the game
remaining.
no matter what.
Fnatic opt for the Ohio Nyx Assassin, so it will be that mid one Puck. Enigma the ban out again from Warriors Gaming.
This is, I think, every game they've last banned that's this Enigma.
I think Fnatic did it game 1,
Yeah, and then Warriors has
and
done
then
it.
Warriors has done it. Yeah.
Well, Warriors, they want to extend this
10
game,
seconds
or
remaining.
this series is pretty badly. They're so close getting
5
to ESL.
seconds remaining.
Fnatic just want to qualify for another LAN. Of course, they qualified for Epicenter, beating MVP 3-0.
Dire team pick.
They're looking for the win here up against Warriors Gaming. The Lion, the final ban out there, that secondary support would have bolstered up Warriors Gaming and their stuns and disables pretty nicely. Also, pretty good against the Puck and Sven. Stop the phase shift, and when the Sven BKB is up and running, catch him before he can actually get any damage output through.
Bounty hunter.
Initiation here is difficult though, and it will be the Bounty Hunter.
Fnatic's
Bounty Hunter kind of
turn
dual
to
lane
pick.
there with the Darkseer is going to help out a hell of a lot and limit what Sven can do in the early game. Also, very good at contesting these bounty runes. A chance, like, Fnatic, sure, they've got loads of stuns and disables, but bounty with Darkseer down at bot rune spot. Warriors Gaming don't have anything to really contest both runes, they'll have to choose one or the other. Can't walk into a Nyx and a Sven and
10
expect to
seconds
escape with your
remaining.
life.
5 seconds
Show us the
remaining.
money. Give us the DJ hero. I could feasibly be a
Reserve time.
DJ Nyx.
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure how big I favor that, or how much I like it. I think the Nyx, though, is a good option to deal with the Outworld Devourer. It's not the best, because OD is still OD, but the mana burn does kind of hurt you a lot.
With these lanes, I've only really got one hero that like requires a big item. The Puck would love to get her Blink Dagger up as quickly as possible.
I'd like a tanky support to deal with the bounty, to be able to live against the Spectre. Show us the...
Ogre Magi! Nice Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, I'm down to see that. Down to see the Night Stalker again. Depends on what they want to go.
What about even like an Abaddon here or something? Dispel off the track, give the heal and give a bit of sustain to your team fights.
Lena.
It's gonna be the Lena.
Interesting.
Favor the more burst.
There's a hell of a lot of burst here for Fnatic. Nyx with Lena combo. I mean, Sven Lena's like that age-old laning duo, right? Stormhammer into Dragon Slave and LSA. And there's not really that much that can stand up against it. You add in another stun from Vengeful Spirit. You've got a devastating amount of damage here that Fnatic could think about going aggro lane. Because Bounty Hunter creates... You know, he's kind of a weird hero. He creates like a deficit in heroes static in the lane. And makes up for it by being like, you know, a half a hero or something in multiple lanes.
Yeah.
Maybe the Spectre plus Oracle, who's not the best defensive duo against triple stun lineup.
10 seconds remaining.
I would leave Ohio down at bottom lane alone against the Darkseer, though I'm not
5
sure how that
seconds
would work
remaining.
out for him. We'll see exactly what they do as they get themselves into the game. We get into game 3 here of this best of 5.
Could just be a 3-0 for Fnatic. This is huge. This is for Manila.
Prepare for battle.
This is for that final spot. So, 3-4-3, Boots first, Observer Ward heading straight towards the top lane, while Nyx Assassin TP'd bot, double mango, he's got his tangos. Is it happening, Blitz? Aggressive tri-lane from Fnatic?
Could. I can't remember what team it was, by the way. It was, I think it was, the old Secret before, you know, when they saw Misery, they would run this lane. The Nyx against the Darkseer.
Does it work out well?
It does okay. It did better than I thought it would, I guess is the way to put it. Because you can just keep mana burning the Darkseer. And because you have such high base regen, you can deal with the Ion Shield creeps.
And double
Easily.
mango as well.
Yeah, exactly. Not stupid good, but it's alright. I think if he was
30
gonna go
seconds to
lane,
battle.
the safe lane, he would have gone Stout Shield. So I'm pretty sure they want to aggro against the Spectre, which I think is the right idea, because then it keeps the Bounty Hunter top, and because I think the OD puck would be really... OD Bounty Hunter would be really hard for the puck to do.
And this Bounty's already got an Orb of Venom, so he didn't go for the Boots first build that we've seen a lot of players really heavily prioritized recently as the top rune spot contested by WG, at least for a second, as they realized the 4 stuns from Fnatic are available. Ohio will take the Bounty rune at bottom lane as well. Zaki steals... Oh, I mean, Zaki gets it stolen away from him.
Really good for Fnatic as a start.
Envision here for the Dire. Sure enough, they can see where Net's standing. He's going to try and block up this camp 3 seconds in. So there's going to be no pull from Unity, but there's going to be no mind games either. It's not going to be as though Unity think, they've warded it up. They know it's Net. With his actual Sven body that will stop the camp from spawning. The rest of these lanes, how do they pan out? Dara sentry towards mid one. Doesn't have any reveal there, so Zaki is going to be able to get something done onto this puck at the very least as the orb shifts and jumps towards his tower and gets a few more hits back into the Bounty Hunter up at top lane. They're looking for the stun from the Vengeful Spirit. Now Net follows through. LSA from DJ, and that's a secured first blood as easy as it gets for Fnatic as they just triple stun him into oblivion.
Hey,
One. Astral.
already for them.
Puck is in a bit of trouble here. They've got the damage output they need, and he's got another phase shift, but that's sure. He dodges double attack there, and a fairy fly back as well. Mid one still drops, though, to the Bounty Hunter's final swipe.
That would have been unreal. They actually survived that, but they had more than enough after you use the orb. I guess this is the trade-off, though. Like, I would have liked to see the bounty secure the lane, but I think he just said, okay, this lane isn't going to be the best for us to begin with. Just hope that the Nyx loses to the Darkseer, but as we see at bottom, Ohio's doing fine. He's going to mana burn him a few times too.
7 last hits. He's keeping par with everyone else on the game as well.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw this lane, I thought almost every melee lane heavily benefits Darkseer. I remember being surprised how well the lane went for the Nyx. 5 HP regen a second will do that for you.
It's a little bit silly. Well, 2 supports over towards the bounty rune. Lina will pick it up and Zaki doesn't get his hands on it. Well, Parker's been shoved in behind the tier 1. Forced the last hit. Right underneath that tower, which is definitely not where you want to be. Mid one is struggling a tiny amount. We'll get a couple of last hits in here, but of course he's missed about half this wave so far. I'll secure the rest of them.
This mid lane was going to be tough for him, no matter what, especially when Nana decides to start hitting hard. Astrals.
So Darkseer is now out of mana, has no soul ring. He tried cutting the wave just now with level 2 Iron Shell. 1 clarity remaining. Does Nyx start to like snowball out in this lane and start actually winning?
I don't think Nyx ever just like straight up dominates. Oh, and again at top, the Oracle, more. You got 2 CS on your Spectre. I think the Darkseer is gonna farm no matter what. I don't think you can prevent that.
Oh, he had the soul ring coming out on the courier, so he's fine. I was thinking with like the amount of money he's got, it wasn't really that quick getting into that soul ring.
No, he's doing fine. He's got 17 CS. Nyx has a Quelling Blade and he's got a lot of regen, so he's almost always going to be able to trade farm. Which was the cool thing about this lane for me, but I don't think the Darkseer does badly at all.
Sven, 10 denies up at top. You look at the Spectre and you mentioned 2 last hits, and it's only just sunk in, Blitz. The fact that Spectre only just gets his 3rd. Well, Bounty Hunter is still trying to make this happen, mate.
Yeah. That's the trade though, right? Is that you give up on this mid lane, or on the top lane, and you try to get as much as you can in the mid lane for the OD. And he is benefiting. He's got 21 CS already. Just the Spectre's abysmal farm is kind of haunting things.
Bounty Hunter maybe could consider going down towards bottom lane and sorting out Ohio.
Is that even doable?
Double Iron Shell?
Maybe.
There's no Spike Carapace.
He's pretty low actually.
Regen there, and then a bounty rune, the double runes exploited by WG.Unity.
Oh,
And
no. One of his mangoes. Rookie mistake.
We need the HP regen.
I don't know. I just hate getting rid of mangoes.
We're even moving the Oracle down here. Surge, double Iron Shell. Zaki didn't want to commit for that one. Ohio is now pretty much back up to full health, so the window that they were looking for, it's closing quickly. Well, mid lane, mid one, might be able to bait Nana into this one. As the phase shift is gone, dodges a normal projectile right-click attack, but he's going to take 2 arcane orbs in exchange. Back down towards bottom lane. Ohio, he's being swiped down, and with the Fortune's End, they'll slow him a little bit further here. Surge forward, double Iron Shell as well, but the Carapace is out, and Zaki taking the full brunt of that tower attack damage. With the Shuriken back, still off Ohio's Nyx Assassin. A good TP rotation from the Lina though will get the trade-off counter kill. Vengeful Spirit is still looking towards mid lane for a gank onto the OD. He's on half HP and with a magic missile forward, trying to bait out that Astral Imprisonment, but it's not going to be fast enough. Jump with the silence forward as well. The damage output of mid one is good enough. He's going to try and phase shift away from the tower damage though. Zaki Shurikens forward and across, but Zaki just going to get body blocked through by 343. WG.Unity. They lost their OD at mid lane.
There's a good fake too by the Venge. He was trying to pump fake to force the Astral before he stuns, so that's set up for the kill, but the OD I don't think saw the second one coming. He thought maybe he was out of range, so he kept walking away, but it was just barely in range and he was fine for that. The trade-off again though is that the Spectre is not having his lane secured. You managed to nab a kill onto the Vengeful Spirit, which is okay, but still like to see this Sven slowed down at least a little bit.
Oh, Zaki, the sentry ward is there! Damage output, no! The bottle through from Nana keeps him alive. Well played by Unity. Keep the Bounty Hunter just out of harm's reach, but bottom lane, the Darkseer is, well, within harm's reach, as DJ as well as Ohio pair up very nicely there.
Typical DJ things. Oh! Game sensed.
Hello? DJ. As Dragon Slaves through, he realizes there's a rune there. There's a Bounty Hunter somewhere. Let's put one and one together and find another kill. Straight up double.
DJ is absurd.
DJ now has what? Urn, he's bought a bunch of sentries and dust, and there's tons of stuff here now to scout
this guy's
out.
Crazy.
Is he insane?
Yeah, he's pretty insane too. Just makes moves. The most douche player I've ever seen in C. They're so lucky to have him, Fnatic.
Arjit Spectre is getting closer to the phase boots. He's got up to 9 last hits now. Closing in on 7 minutes in. Net 36 and 26. His net worth gets closer and closer to 3k. And that Helm of the Dominator obviously on the horizon as well. He'll want to start stacking up these Ancients for himself. 343 will help out a little bit. Drag these golems out and allow the Thunder... Ohio, bot lane, vacuum. Oh, barely. When very nearly had that drag back, but the TP from Ohio just scrapes him back to the fountain. And now he's got a smoke with a Vendetta as well, so he might look to actually roam in onto another lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was the haunt usage too from the Spectre.
And Spectre's gone down to bottom. I mean, it's a good thing as well, because Net and DJ there was setting up for a kill on top lane, but DJ still has the TP, and with a smoke onto Ohio, there's Vendetta forward, and they might be able to kill off this Spectre. They've got the damage. Just need the opening.
They want to shut down this guy as hard as they can. Drop the dust.
And just in case the bounty hunter's around,
This
and
is such a free setup.
this tier 1 tower stun after Vendetta gonna miss, and DJ now looking back for Arjit. The Spectre
Instead,
has no mana for the dagger.
not hitting spells.
Arjit is still dropping low. Quelling Blade and Tangos through the trees. Actually, just the Tangos doesn't even have a Quelling Blade, and that was a missed opportunity, a massive one as well. 343 still looking for the magic missile. He'll land three. There we go. He gets the difficult one. He gets the difficult one. Laguna Blade back as DJ is getting shredded here. The heal comes through from the Purifying Flames, and now the Urn as well. Zaki chasing with a surge board, but Arfu still dropping low. And this Illusory Orb should be able to secure the kill. The jump forward from mid as well. Dream Call onto Zaki. He's dusted up twice over. A stun. Ohio. He doesn't know he's there. Bounty Hunter. Count his lucky stars that he escaped from that.
Almost got the blink. I misread. 1,000 gold onto mid 1. He's gonna have a rough time no matter what against this OD. He's got 44 CS. He's matching. Plus importantly, Net has just kind of done things by himself. He actually sat here, they took the top tower. He's got absolute free farm, nobody's contesting him. He's got some ancient sex to contend with too.
PvE.
That mid game, at bottom engagement though was super sloppy. They could have just gone for the Spectre, right? After the surge from the Darkseer.
It looked like they kind of switched.
Yeah, it was weird. Because I thought the game plan, no matter what, was going to be go for whoever doesn't get surged. And the Spectre was even better there. Like, the Darkseer should have surged the Spec out. The Spec should be the key target to save, because he's already been slowed down so much.
It was like surging that way, and Spectre was still like sort of
He was stuck.
wobbling over towards the trees.
He couldn't even dagger. I think he was out of mana.
Yeah, got mana burned and had nothing left.
That was weird. Should have been really clean. Like, get the kill on the Spectre, then re-engage as a group. Then they can take that fight easily.
Well, Nyx Assassin. Ohio, Arcane's Wand. Putting himself up to the Blink Dagger probably. Maybe the Ether Lens first. We'll see what he heads into. DJ, I'm just continuing to stack up these Ancients for the Sven. He's got his Helm already completed up actually. There's a little Purge creep running around for him. And Bounty Hunter just wants to try and leech level 6 from this creep wave, and he should be able to secure... Oh, no he won't. He sods off back to the jungle. Go on Zaki. You're 19 experience away from 6. Track is super important for you to get these kills and allow that gold just to flow into your OD. Oh, look at that. EJ. LSA. Laguna Blade. Oh, get the kill onto the Oracle now. They're hunting back onto Nana. The Haunt comes through from Arjit. Looking for this Lina, who's 6-1-1, and that's a pretty big, juicy kill as well. But the Dream Call traps them in. There's no kill for the Spectre onto that, but the Status Eclipse will secure it up as Nana does take down that Lina at long last. Looking for a little bit more. There's no reveal. There are no sentries, so Ohio is going to free jump on in onto Nana with a stun back as well. He's got the Earth Spike. The Impale comes through. They've killed off 2. Arjit is dropping those Spectre, trying to hunt down the 3-4-3 Venge, and he'll swipe him down with the Iron Shell help as well. But mid 1, 9 stick charges, Illusory Orb in 2 seconds time. Shouldn't really be dying here. As the puck will jump herself back behind the tier 2 tower, but the Shuriken, mid 1, 50 health. As Nyx does get dropped by it. Where's the
Spectre
Sven?
barely lived too. Ned he's just kind of doing his own thing. I like this. He's securing the game for the rest of his team.
Dire's
He's
top
definitely
tower
securing
is
the
under
game for the
attack.
rest of his team. He's got so much farm right now. At some point, they kind of have to contend with him and say, "Okay, guys, we got to do something about this hero."
We have to deal with the Sven. Bounty Hunter, he hits his level 6 just before that team fight, and they did get a couple of tracks out. Not many dropped. Not much gold coming into them, especially the fact that the next assassin was only in range of the Bounty Hunter, so it's not shared across the rest of his team as well. There's 12 minutes in, we see the Puck finally pick up that Blink Dagger for herself.
I think finally is a bit harsh. He had to play a really hard lane.
That's true.
Yeah.
And 12 minutes is a good timing.
It really is. They're securing the area around the Ancients. This OD is the one I want to say finally gonna get an item soon. Quite far behind from where he wants to be. Only has the treads.
Spectre's got phase earn. 1, 1, and 3. Net worth, what we're looking at? Close to 3,000? Compared to what was going on very early on in the game, I think Spectre's going to be reasonably okay with how they've recovered.
There's always okay.
I'll get to Radiance
Yeah,
eventually.
using some items, and you're fine.
I'll get
Phase earn makes him so scary. Alone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gonna take Fnatic. They've got to buff up
Dire's
their
middle
support
tower
heroes as
is
much as they
under
can.
attack.
Give these guys a lot of farm.
Radiant structures
Dead one.
are fortified.
Chisholm.
He does catch Nana, who breaks the coils there and does get stunned up a little bit, but it's Zaki on the back end. They get jumped as well, but Spectral Horn coming through. Arthur is already dead. The wall down from when, but it's only going to make one illusion of the next assassin. DJ will get swiped out by the Spectre at long last, but 4-3 swaps back to the freaking danger zone. The Astral not forthcoming from the Outworld Devourer. 3-4-3 still just going to drop to Iron Shell though. Arjit will secure himself a double kill. Guess who is walking himself through the entire jungle? It's Sven. Is he gonna steal it? Nah, mid one. Mid one will take it. Doesn't want to give Net a kill. Doesn't deserve it, but maybe now he'll deserve a kill if Nana Astro's available, but he's just dying to this with a vacuum back. Ohio! Eclipse down into the ground, but Sven is still alive. No mana remaining. Burnt through by that Eclipse. Now with the tracks coming out, he stick charges up with the wand. He's still dropping low. He has no stun. He can't strength tread back to int. And Zaki to be able to just chase this one out for Nana to secure. Sven makes his first foray into the team fight.
And he just gives a ton of gold and XP by himself.
And now Nana's actually looking for another one here. There's 1,000 gold already on his OD, with DJ giving up another life. That's going to be like 1,500 gold straight into the OD's pockets.
They messed up. Losing to Sven, who's done nothing but farm, he's built up his net worth like crazy, so that kill alone does quite a lot for them. And
Midone wants to try and take it back.
re-engage.
False
Oracle
promise
here.
Do enough
might
damage
have
back
enough
to him. Vacuum with that Vendetta, surely. No, not quite enough. Oh, just looking a little bit more. People putting himself to the high ground, but Nana's still alive. He's being healed up by the Purified Flame in Ohio. Ohio! Mana turns back onto Zaki, but this illusory back from mid one. Not going to do enough damage to kill anyone off. He's going to just sprint back behind the tier 1. And WG.Unity. How did they keep that OD alive? He goes from 0 to 3.5k gold in the space of a minute and a half.
He had absolutely nothing at 12 minutes. 600 gold. We were complaining. Compared to the farm of the Puck, he was quite meager. And then all of a sudden, one fight, they're just running one by one at him. OD is the happiest man when that happens. OD's like, okay, you guys are gonna just let me stack up this int, get free hits off on your Sven. He's out of mana, he dropped the hammer, killed like a hero, got a free one after that. And everyone just started panicking on Fnatic and engaging him one by one. Mid one makes the jump mid, but the Oracle's there to counter it.
And at this point, the OD's got so many options. He can go back for drums, think of Rod of Atos, go for Blink Dagger if he wants to. I mean, even just a BKB, he could consider that one. It's going to be movement in behind the tier 1 middle lane though.
Sort of would like to see the Rod. Drums is still always good though.
Still saving up a lot of money, closing in on that 4,000 point.
4,000 gold. You should definitely spend it.
Just out of nowhere. And that's a 4-star for your Bounty Hunter. Arcane's 4, Darkseer's got his mech. Fnatic, they'll finally make use of these Ancients as they have been scrapping and brawling towards his mid lane for a long while. The pings come out, but it's all too late. Net gets himself Nice bit of money there. Jumps over the OD once again. That courier. Close to death. There's mid one. He set his eyes on it. This has bought a lot of time for Argent Spectre though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They spent so much time securing this Sven's farm, and it just kind of collapsed
Radiant's bottom
in one
tower
go.
is under attack.
Now you've got drums on the Spectre, and he's a reasonable hero again.
And Ohio's farm has been slowed down. 1600 gold on him when he had such a good start. DJ, similar story on his 4-roll Lina. Maybe could be a little bit further ahead. When the smoke, actually not going to anything here for Fnatic. They want to dive in behind this tier 1. Look for the Dark Seer. Puck. Ready with that trigger finger. He's got the Arcane Rune going. Find a target in the back end, but Ohio, he doesn't want to dip in too deep in case there are sentries or any kind of reveal. And OD. OD's picked up an Orchid, and this is going to give him, what, a lot of solo kill potential on the Puck.
And now is the SNY. It's time to go for objective gaming for Fnatic, possibly. They were pushing the pace really well. And then that one fight happened. Everything kind of just changed.
What's the objective they want? Mid-tier 1?
Essentially. You just don't want to get split up against the Bounty Hunter anymore, plus the Haunt. The Spectre has reasonable farm now. That Orchid choice, I rarely see that. I wonder how it pays off. I think it does really well against, obviously, the Puck. But now he'll just naturally build into the Yules. It does well against the Sven, to a certain point. Just an item that fades really quickly. If you don't control with it well. It does well against the Nyx at least, though.
Could definitely allow them to rack up a few kills in the next 4 or 5 minutes, though, with the Bounty Hunter tracking them as well. Once they get that initial kill onto someone like the Puck. Mid one is controlling these team fights.
Oh well, there's a silence.
And the vacuum back. Doesn't finish it off, and the Laguna Blade back into his face. Nana dropping low, but mid one still alive.
I feel like they could have gone that if the spec reality's in. But he used quite a bit just to get that one kill on the Lina.
Dire's bottom tower is under
It's
attack.
DJ's Lina though, it's worth it. You've killed off the Lina, making
Killed
sure
the heart and the soul of Fnatic.
Yep. There's no more annoying Lina spamming out Dragon Slaves, but she's alive in 10 seconds time, and with the TPs coming through, the stun from Ohio uncharacteristically misses out on that one. And we'll D-ward across though. We'll play sentry wards while over in the jungle. They got reveal on him. How do they see him? Sentry ward is up to the north. Sentry ward is down to the south as well. There's sentry wards everywhere looking for this bounty hunter, and Zaki does get himself away. Fortunately for him, DJ coming through with the dust, but will not find the bounty hunter and will not find that kill. But it's middle lane where Ohio looks for the stun again. But mid one, illusory orb across the front, trying to breach this.
Keeps getting silenced, but they don't have the follow-up. They don't want to initiate on the OD either because of the Oracle. If you're not ready to kill the Oracle, then you're not ready to kill the OD.
And in the meantime, they've ignored the Spectre.
You don't have to though. It's hard to commit for this because they don't want to give up the mid tower. They're just playing passive right now. WG.Unity because they can afford to get away with it.
Spectre is slowly but surely just like climbing this ladder. Goes ahead of the Nyx, ahead of the bounty hunter. Soon going to be ahead of that Dark Seer as well, who's got his Greaves. Looking for his Blink Dagger next.
This team is creating a lot of space for him.
I think Fnatic, they want to go and try and find something. They're actually moving down towards this tier 1 bottom lane with the 3 of them, but there's no one there. I'm thinking that maybe the Spectre's hiding around near the tier 1, or maybe farming across to this camp, but Spectre's in the fountain, mates. There's literally no one down in this bottom lane.
I think the idea behind it was hope that he's in their jungle and catch him out. They're just not making anything happen right now, and they don't have enough. The weird thing is they don't have enough farm on their Sven, even though he's tops in net worth. It's a lot harder for him to get his damage out than, say, the OD. The OD just gets like 4 hits.
He's got money for Blink now.
He needs it. He also needs a BKB though.
Against that OD, definitely. Arcane Orb is such a pain in the ass. But it's WG.Unity again. They want to utilize this Orchid over on this Outworld Devourer with a haste forward. Nana. He's aiming for mid one's Puck, but as always, the slippery little devil, tracked up, will return to base.
Now
Trouble is, I've seen Net Sven, and he does not have his blink back. He'll be held in place by the Fortune's End, and Net can try and turn back and stun, but it's a 5-man rotation in here from WG.Unity that secures yet another kill on Sven while he was farming.
Everybody gets track.
Everybody gets a ton of money. Look at that. And
It's a
one
lot
kill.
too, because it's the #1 net worth hero in the game.
1500 swing from one kill. That's the trouble. Net blinks into the Ancients. He doesn't have the blink away when he spots the smoke gank coming up the ramp. There's worrisome times here for Fnatic. Mid tier 1 is still standing with the link forward here from mid 1. Yule Scepter into the air. The stun from Ohio. They should be able to secure this kill before the false promise comes in.
Looking for more though. Killing the mid tower and the Oracle isn't enough at this point. They're heading into Roche Pit just to see, but this Vector is farming all the while. He can take this pace too. I think in this game especially they have the better late game. In the last one they might have, but they just didn't have the control. In this one, WG.Unity's lineup is a lot more well balanced. And they've got the superior late game, because that's the advantage that the Spectre affords you no matter what, right? Is that you feel comfortable. The pace of the game favors you. Your team's behind, okay. Your hero can help them catch. Your team's ahead, even better. Because then you can start to use the haunt offensively in the mid game.
Ohio and DJ, they're going to try and pair up again. This time, they are splitting up a little bit, but not as singular entities. Mid one is the only one who feels kind of safe here with the Yule Scepter you mentioned earlier. Able to keep him out of harm's way. They're going around with a buddy system. Everyone's in pairs.
Sort of have to be. Jay isn't. He played really well in the early game, but it's still Lina at the end of the day.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to get into the Aghanim chapter. He's still going to get scouted out here and jumped on when... Now haunt forward, they will with the dagger as well. Vacuum into DJ. LSA thrown down onto the Dark Tironi, but it will jump forward with the Illusory Orb, and now the Dream Coil when heals himself up and actually battles through this with 343 dropping to the wall. The mid one, Puck has to blink away, and don't know if they'll look for anything on the back end because Zaki's starting to track up Ohio and mid one. 5 guys from WG.Unity, again, great reactions. Great realization that with the haunt forward and the TPs onto this tier 1, they can defend and they can fight. While Net Sven is still trying to farm himself through into that BKB.
Care about this hero. They are completely indifferent towards Net in a game like this. You just can't have the impact that they want him to have. The issue with Sven is a core. As you build up all this prodigious net worth, you get all these items, S and Y, Blink, Helm of Dawn, still doesn't need that much.
Sven, there we go, blink forward, the stun down onto 2 as well. Oh, he's gone! False Promise is down to the Spectre, You'll step up in the air, they've got the streak, they've killed them all, but now another one. Look for Arjun, he gets himself over the cliff, but look at him! 37 health on the high ground, and this orb will finish him off mid one. A monster kill and a double kill there for him, as they're still hunting down Zaki's bounty hunter in the back, but DJ realizes it's not worth it. Roshan is the bigger prize here, and they've got that glimmering in their eyes.
Mistakes were made.
WG.Unity.
WG.Unity, come on guys.
And now Zaki might be the one in trouble. Mid one, blink forward with the Yule Scepter and DJ. There's no reveal here, but with the start forward and Dream Coil as well. We're gonna play, see you buddy. Godlike streak for mid one. Puck picks up another with Sven having the Aegis as well. Net.
I was just saying, okay, this Sven can't do too much. Then the Oracle isn't in position to save the OD. Can't blow him up.
They get slammed.
Man. Game really should have been straightforward for WG.Unity, but then the spec was also inside the Roche Pit, which of course you're going to do because you deal some damage, but losing both those cores, you can get away with losing one, I think. It's fine, but losing both of them.
Like losing the OD, backing out and saying, right, Spectre survived, they get the Roshan, we'll deal with this a little bit later on, that's all good. The Spectre now, Iron Talon, Yasha drums, phase, all these little items. Probably going to go for the Manta style next. It always depends, right? If you like win a couple of team fights and you get like 3,000 goals, if you can have that Radiant sooner, it's going to be good. But the way this game is going, probably aim for the Manta, and if you do get yourself towards the Radiance, it's always good for you. Got strength for Net, clears through Creep Wave and Tier 2.
Dire's
WG.Unity, they're being scouted out here by Ohio as soon as they drop down below those stairs.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Mid one's had unbelievable impact for the type of game that he was in. Was well behind on the Yule's timing when the OD just got gifted an Orchid. He's been making space all over the map so far.
That's an aggressive horn in from Arjit, and Ohio completes his TP. Not going to get cancelled out by anything. Mid one should be able to get himself away from this as well with another orb and a phase shift and a blink and a jump and a hop skip back over the trees and far away. Unity still considering the chase because Zaki, Bounty Hunter, dodge out of the shuriken there and continues jumping forward with a dream coil out. Zaki cannot continue this chase. All staff on cooldown.
Dire's top tower
Through
is
everything
under attack.
to try and kill off the mid one puck. That's why their ulties anyway. I just could not catch him.
Net does his old standby, farming that top lane. Gonna grab that tier 2 by the looks of it.
Dire's
As
top
everybody
tower
from
is under
WG.Unity responded to that
Dire's
bottom
top
lane.
tower has
It's
fallen.
like Norm. It's like Norm from Cheers. Hey Norm. He's back again, just sitting in the same old bar stool, net up on top. TP's to try and defend here. The stun not going to land from DJ as the swap back from 3-4-3. BKB from Nana means he cannot be targeted, but he's still getting just right click down by net. The damage output from the spin is just insurmountable there, and DJ still survives through it all. The Shuriken finally finishes him off, but the rest of Fnatic, they've got this high ground here and they've put themselves forward and take down the Bounty Hunter. WG.Unity,
Dire's
again,
middle tower is under
3 heroes down. They keep the Spectre alive, but just not utilizing their capabilities to the full extent.
They're getting out-team bot really hard right now. The last 2
Dire's
engagements.
middle tower has fallen.
Mid one puck is genuinely just playing better than everybody. This is hard to contend with. There was a time period where Fnatic, honestly, guys, they were in a lot of trouble. Their spend was just getting
Dire's middle
clobbered
tower
in
is
every
under
single one of these engagements. The OD, I still kind of disagree with the Orchid as an item. I feel like with 4,000 gold, you could have done so much more.
Dire's
Going for the
middle
rod
tower
would have
has
accomplished a
fallen.
lot against the pre-BKB stun anyways. And it makes you tankier. And getting a blink dagger on top of that.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
But they're going to open up this mid lane. Not going to be able to take racks. Orcs here very good at holding the high ground, but still WG.Unity is like a nightmare scenario for them. They had so much control in the game. On top of that, they had a bounty hunter. They could continuously get ahead.
This here is like the trademark of a really good team, right? They knew that as they breached tier 3 and high ground that they would not be able to take the melee racks at all. So they put all of their damage into the range racks, realizing that it wouldn't really be possible to finish off either of the buildings. Fnatic, they just try and reset and regroup. 3-4-3 though, a blink from Ohio jumps in to try and land a stun, but he will miss out with the Orchid. Onto mid one puck now, he actually gets dispelled out of the Yule Scepter and killed off. Godlike streak onto the Bounty Hunter. Gives him about 1,000 gold, while Net and DJ, they were nowhere to be seen. It was a 3-man roam into the dire jungle there against 5.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Surprised that the puck died. I honestly sort of thought he'd be unkillable this game. The way things were going, but oh dear lord, there's the jump. Okay, the Oracle gets the save off.
That's Astral there. Nana still going to take a chunk of damage and swap back into the arms of Net as Ohio stuns through another Laguna Blade onto Alfu, and they just clear up 1 by 1.
Net just running forward like a Terminator.
Chunking through them all.
Yeah, alright, now he deals a ton of damage. He's good.
570 damage. That's a decent amount.
Yeah,
Well,
with the Venjara.
buyback is here for the Dark Seer if he so chooses, but the ranged racks will most certainly fall. The melee racks likely as well, with no glyph available for 45 seconds there for WG.Unity. They're just trying to get as much as they can out of the rest of the map as Spectre and Bounty just continue on going. 1 lane of racks is gone. There are no tier 2s here for WG.Unity either. Oh god, Bounty Hunter. Oh yeah, he's dead. Mid 1 finds him. Dagon up to level 4 now. Easy, simple kill. And he might have to buy back because they're losing a 2nd lane of rack split. Tier 3 dropping. That's a glyph in what, 20 seconds? But it's not going to be fast enough.
I sort of think it's too late to buy back. If you were going to do it, you would have done it already. But they should have just gone for it. That was... Giving up the 2nd set is rough. At least it's only the range one, but... Now, the items are just pouring in. You've got a gem completed now for the Venge. I think he went for the Veil as well. Got that Dagon. Aether Lens plus the Aghanim Scepter now completed on this Lina.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand. All it took was that one engagement.
One Roche fight to start swinging things. And Darkseer does have his Blink as well as level 2 Vacuum. Counter initiation is available there with the BKB on Nana. We've seen it can help him as long as he's not standing right next to the Sven while he's swiping through with his God Strength. But the Spectre is still kind of this almost dead weight. With the amount of net worth that's been put into her, you know, sitting at close to 10k, but...
The Moonshard Sven too.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and he's got a crit
Oh
ready at
jeez.
home. This guy's got unbelievable farm.
20,000 net worth, 32 minutes in.
You can
Roshan.
still kite him, it's just... I don't think they itemize well at all on the side of WG.Unity.
Like, even if OD had rushed for a Hex, that still would have been good against the puck, just try and disable the puck up.
I feel like there were a lot of options here that they just didn't go for or pursue.
It's a Diffusal Blade for Arjit Spectre. Realizes that he has to buy something and buy it now to really try and win this next team fight as hard as they possibly can. But Nets, his crit is going to be delivered. With the God Strength, he just pummels into tier 3. Glyph is here though for WG.Unity. They just need to try and get this vacuum wall, but with mana burns out from Ohio, trying to maybe bait out BKP as Bounty Hunter. This gets demolished in the back end. Mid one is now actually starting up with the Yusuf coming into the air. The Laguna Blade, Nana screwed, dead, no buyback available, 50 seconds gone, and this might be it. One hit kill there onto the Oracle, and Net, Fnatic, the rest of the team clearing up house. 4 dead and GG is called. They tap out, it's over. Fnatic win this best of spot by 3-0 up against WarriorsGaming.Unity.
Fnatic are just kings of sea. It's so hard to stop them right now. They're on such a roll. They've got confidence even in games where they're behind briefly and they feed away kills to the OD. They just don't care. They're just outplaying teams left and right. It doesn't even matter that they lost some control in the mid game. They knew that they'd be able to pull it out. They play with confidence. Gonna walk away with this 3-0